welcome back to my channel. Hope you're having a lovely day. Now, as everybody has heard about all the, everything that's gone on with Harvey Weinstein and his alleged, even though I don't think they're alleged, I think they're real, his alleged, the rapes he's had with people and abuse, sexual abuse. It's absolutely terrible, absolutely disgusting, and I can't believe the amount of people, the amount of women that have come forward. And I think it's fantastic that everyone's coming forward. I think it's fantastic that everyone's standing up, to a bully and a rapist, if that's what he is going to, if he's found guilty. I don't know what's happening with like police or anything like that at the moment. All you hear is the allegations, you don't really hear anything else. But if it is found to be true, I'm hoping he gets held accountable for everything that has happened and everything he's done, because he did, he really should do. And it doesn't matter who you are, you're not untouchable ever. Nobody should ever think they're untouchable. And it kind of made me think, my story is not on the scale of any of these women. It's really, really not. But it just shows you it can go on in the normal workplace. So I'm just going to talk about how my one of my old managing directors, actually, when I first started working, I was at my very, very early 20s, late teens. I think I was early 20s, around about 21. And I'm going to just tell you my short story about him and how this can happen to anyone. And I didn't do anything about it. And looking back now, maybe I should have done, but I didn't really know what to do. It was kind of my word against his, and it was in a social setting as well. So it's kind of like we weren't actually in the workplace. So, and there you go. So I'm just going to talk to you about my experience with harassment in the workplace, so to speak. Because it does go on, and sometimes it's very, very subtle, and sometimes not so subtle. So I was at a work event. We were just at a pub near to where I worked. I've worked in media all my life. And so I was we were at this pub. It was an absolute dive. I'm going to tell you, it's an absolute dive. I was very, very young. And everyone was there drinking that. I wasn't really drinking too much because I knew I had to make my own way home and stuff like that. I had to get the bus home. So anyway, the MD, he was a new founding MD of the company, he came in, and he was, I don't know, I didn't like him. When you just get a vibe from someone that you don't like them, there's something smarmy about him, a bit creepy, and anyway, and so basically, he walks in, everyone was having a laugh, la 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 la. I go to the bar, and he's next to me, he's quite loud in there, and he started talking to me, and I don't care who you are. I'm never going to be rude to anyone, but just because you're the MD of the company, it doesn't impress me either. I couldn't give two craps about any of that. I'm not interested in money. I'm not like that. I'm not materialistic. I'm just not like that. And anyway, so he started talking to me at the bar, and he goes to me, "Oh, hi, how are you? What's your name?" I said to him, "Hi, my name's Gemma." And he goes to me, and where this event was, it was an absolute dump. I can't explain to you how much of a dump it was. It was horrible. And he goes to me, I thought he said to me, "Oh, isn't this a lovely place here?" And I went to him, "Are you having a laugh?" I said, "It's an absolute, it's absolutely horrible here." I didn't care who he was. I was going to say it how it was, because it was a dump, and everyone knew it was a dump, and it wasn't a secret, it was a dump. And he didn't actually say that. He didn't actually say, "Oh, isn't it a nice place here?" He said, "Oh no, don't you have a beautiful face?" And I found that awkward. I was in my early 20s, he seemed quite a bit older than me, but I've gone onto LinkedIn, and he's saying maybe he's not as old as I thought he was, but he's a lot older he's older than me still, unless he's lying about his age, which I wouldn't be surprised about. Absolute idiot. But anyway, and I didn't realise that was what he said. I went, "Thank you," or something like that. I was a bit shocked, because it's inappropriate for somebody, an MD of a company, really to be saying that to someone like that. It's just a bit strange. You just don't do it. And then he said, "Oh, what department do you work in?" And I said, "Oh, I work in X department." And he goes, "Oh, are you happy where you are?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I am happy where I am. Why?" And I knew it was coming. He then basically, I can't remember the wording of what he said, but then he basically implied, he said, and he goes to me, "How are you getting home tonight?" And I said, "Well, I've got my friends over there. I'm going to get a bus. I don't know yet." And he goes to me, "Well, if you come home with me, you'll go up through the company, or something along those lines, right? So I just said to him, no thank you, I'm fine where I am, I don't care about moving up through the company, and walked off. But that is disgusting. Whether it's at a social event or not, he shouldn't have spoken to me like that. I didn't do anything about it. I didn't know what to do. I was at a social occasion, so I kind of thought, well, nobody's going to listen to me. Nobody's going to listen to somebody who's in a lower, you know, somebody who's not as high up through the company, who's in a supposed lower ranking. Nobody's going to listen to me, to somebody who's at the top dog, you know, top dog, so to speak. So I didn't do anything about it. And when I think back on it, I probably should have done. The thing is, I did actually leave the company not long after that, thank goodness. And he actually moved on to somewhere else, and he's still actually working in media. He's still behaving, I wonder if he's still behaving the same way. It wouldn't surprise me. He's working actually somewhere in Essex, I'll give you that. He's the managing director of a company, Essex Way, anyway, sort of on the outskirts of London, Essex. And yeah, so it happens everywhere. It's wrong. It's disgusting. I've had people say, oh yeah, before, oh, we want to bring Gemma along, you know, to have someone who's more feminine or have a pretty face there or something like that. And it's all like, that's not right either. It isn't right. It's degrading, it's demoralising, and it makes people think, oh, you only want me in there because I was a younger girl. I'm obviously a lot older now, but because I was a younger girl, that's the only reason you want me in there. You know, it's just rude. And this bloke was an absolute douche anyway. I don't really give a... I'm not going to swear too much. I'm not going to swear. But I don't give a... You know, I don't care what he has to say, but I just want to say, so it happens a lot in every walk of life, all to varying degrees, you know, not as extreme as obviously the Harvey Weinstein thing, because I actually saw Rose McGowan last night on she was doing some rally or doing some talk, you know, and she was saying that she's been held silent for 20 years, and I felt absolutely so sorry for her. She actually had to sign, she was given $100 grand and signed an NDA to not ever talk about it, and she's thought, sod this, I'm talking about it now, and good for her, good for her. I don't believe she's lying. I believe she's telling the truth. I mean, it's all alleged at the moment, but actually, how is it alleged if she signed an NDA? Harvey Weinstein, it appears Harvey Weinstein did rape her. She signed an NDA. So I don't know if it's alleged or not. I'll say it's alleged for the sake of this video. However, good for her for coming forward and thinking, sod this. And people... And also people, not everyone, but people just turn a blind eye because they're scared of their career. And to me, I do understand people being frightened. I do get it. It's something you've worked so hard for them to be taken away from you. But you've also got to do what's right. So anyway, that's my short story on Me Too. I just thought I'd give you, you know, explain that to you. Not half as bad as some of the others out there, it's nowhere near, but it happens in every walk of life, and I find that it can happen to men too, but I do find it's more the males than the females, unfortunately. And you know, but it can be the other way around. I'm not saying it can't be. It can be women, you know, harassing men as well. I've never come across that, but it can happen. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, and let's just hope all of this stops. Please subscribe to my channel, and I hope you have a lovely day.